That's right. Adesanya joins us in the studio. So good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in once again.
Thank you for having me. Like I said, you guys always just roll out the red carpet whenever I come through. Not metaphorically, that is. Like you look after me. So yeah, thanks for giving me a platform, and yeah, thank you.
Well, I can't believe Ryan actually didn't read card. We told Ryan to get a red carpet.
He slipped up there.
I should be
Ryan.
right. Easy.
It's been so long since we saw you, but then not so long, right?
Yeah.
But the very last time we saw you, and we'll take it back to there and then maybe get through all the other stuff that's happened, right? But me and Miles felt so blessed that you and your brother David, your family are legends, but you guys invited us to your last Spider session before that Alex Pereira fight. And it was such a trippy thing for us because, you know, welcomed into the dojo and we're sitting there and like, it was just so cool for us. And then at the end of it, you were like, I remember, and I was like, I don't know if this dude's tired or not, but he's got the wrong person. But you came up and you were real, like, eye to eye. You embraced me and you were like, I swear I'm going to get it back. And I was like, shot, bro. You get him, bro.
I was in the zone probably.
Yeah.
I was like, because that was probably the end of the round, 5 rounds.
Yeah.
And yeah, just, I do remember that saying that because, I don't know, it's a different scenario when, this is me now, but then after you go through that, like you saw what I went through, that by the end of it, you're activated, so you're ready, and then you're talking to the beast, so it's like, yeah, I'm going to get it done, and you can't fake the funk.
It was super inspirational because you'd come in with us previously and you'd told us that you'd read this thing on your mirror every day and it would be the greatest comeback in combat history. And then it happened, and so we were also super fizz. So, and then since then, geez, so much has gone on.
Yeah, life happens. Life be lifing, man.
Yeah. Do you ever sit there like we saw in your documentary in your car and go, wow, life's come pretty fast? It's happened.
Yeah, even now, it's like we're almost at the end of the year. I remember New Year's, what was I, at the Viaduct.
Do you have to queue up and stuff?
Huh?
Do you have to line up?
Yeah, no, I do. I'm humble. I'm out there. Unless, like, my big brother, Paulie, runs the Viaduct, so I'm good there. But if I don't know anyone, I don't try. You know who I am? I've never been that guy.
No.
So, but sometimes they'll see me. Oh, yo, even overseas. They'll be like, yeah, come on, man. So that's a privilege. That's the perks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Perks of fame.
It's been cool, man. Like your movie, especially. I just want to say, like, thank you. Your movie, your documentary is so cool. It's
Awesome.
I came away thinking this is so important for people, and especially young men to watch. It's so important, and you've said that, and I just thought it so is, because I just saw a part of you I knew you have, but you let us right in and see everything.
Yeah, well, no, it was some things, but not everything.
Well,
there's
not
levels.
everything.
There's levels.
Yeah.
I've never shared that much before of my life. Is because I've learned as I've come up in this game. There's things you just keep guarded to yourself, and I've kept that part of my life. Even funny enough, Snapchat reminded me. So I've been through some shit in the last few weeks, and life happens, you know. And I went through another phase where I was just like, oh, here we go again. But funny enough, because of the work I've done throughout the years, I smiled through it all, and I was thriving. And I remember even one day I was just, this is like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, just depressed on my couch lying down. I was like, man, at least I don't have to go to work. Because I remember back in my old job, life to lifing, and I got to wake up and just go to work, and I'll be there just, and just like fucking, I don't know, maybe heartbreak or something, and I'm just dying inside and still have to just, fake the funk. But this one I was just like, at least I don't have to go to work. And that was my silver lining, so that was good. But that I just let people into my life, in that, even Eugene as well. You know, he opened up a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
And I bare my soul in this movie, you know. But again, there's levels, and I feel like at this moment, this is what I want people to see about me.
That's cool.
Whether you love me, I like the billboards like, if you love this movie, you'll love Stylebender. Or if you hate Stylebender, you'll love this movie. I was like, that's perfect,
You never get scared in fights. We've talked to you about that before fights, right? So was this the thing that made you more scared than any other fight?
Yep. Before the premiere,
the releasing of the doc,
at the Tribeca Film Festival.
Yeah.
I as I was heading to the arena or to the cinema, I was in the car with my parents in the back, knives dripped, and fucking, what track came on? Some Drake track came on, and it was one that just hit me in the feels, and straight I was just like, and I started bawling my eyes out. It's better to let it out than before I'm on the red carpet and just overwhelmed, because I knew it was coming. I could feel it building up, so you got to let that out, and that's why I say it's okay to just cry, because when you as a woman, you know, you feel better because you guys are allowed to cry. but like men, like society standards. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah,
But I don't
yeah.
give a fuck. I let it out. It's
Yeah.
a human emotion, and it releases all these chemicals that actually make you feel better. So after like 1 minute, boom, and I was like, oh fuck, I feel better. And
Yeah.
I felt like relief, and I was like, oh well. And then people saw the movie. It was well received. A lot of people even related to bits of the movie. I don't want to give anything away where I'm just like talking about certain things, and they're like, man, I never knew you'd had that. Like I went through that as well. I'm like, there we go. And then yeah, I felt much better. So it's out now. It's been well received. I haven't really seen any negative stuff about it, but even if there is, I'm just like, it
I
is
haven't.
what it is.
No,
Yeah.
we were lucky enough to go to the screening. Us three. Rog was actually watching a debate, so he didn't
damn,
make
man.
it, is he?
I know, is it some politics?
It was-
debate?
Yeah,
political
it was.
debate. Yeah.
It was such a treat because you came out and you said what you wanted people to take from the movie, which
Yeah.
was quite inspirational. Do
Oh,
you remember
yeah.
what you said?
Yeah, I
for those
said,
that
for me, I'm not saying, because people watch the movie and think like, oh, there's some agenda. Like, some people was like, oh, this whole shit again with feminizing men or whatever. But I'm like, nah, fuck off. I'm not trying to say be like me. Again, I'm the most masculine man in this fucking country.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or you
Yeah.
dust
Man.
anyone.
Yeah,
No, but
absolutely.
that's I always fall back on that. But nah, all I'm saying from this movie is like, you don't have to be like me. You don't have to be a cool dancer or wear pearl necklaces or be a fighter. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I watch this movie and be like, look at this guy. He does not give a fuck what anyone thinks. He's not hurting anyone unless they sign the contract. But he is just being himself, not hurting anyone, living his life and being authentic. And I want people to get away from this movie and be like, I can just be myself and not give a fuck what anyone thinks. Just be authentic. Because apparently, this is what I've seen, there's the highest frequency is love, but even higher than that is authenticity. Being authentic. And you don't have to try and be authentic. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
It'll show. Trust me, it'll show. And those who fuck with you, the vibes, it'll come through.
There's so much relatable from it, and you can see the movie. It's out, I think, for a couple more days, and then I'm sure there's going to be other ways that we can see it after that.
Streaming
Talking
platforms.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all coming last Stylebender, but I found a lot of it relatable. I loved, again, how vulnerable you were. I loved the car scene when you're ranting. There's a particular scene where
that was good.
So that I like
Did
that.
love that.
I knew
was
those
like, that's-
cameras on me.
I've done that.
I do it
You
every
rant
day.
about anyone in and around you that's closest,
Yeah.
and then with the grace of time, 10 minutes later, you're like, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, what I said was because
true.
it's called self-awareness. So as I'm ranting, I'm picking up, and I
Yeah.
can feel myself like what would I call it? Not even like I was just having a bad day and I was ranting. Then I venting. Then I realized, okay, Israel, you're in the sympathetic nervous system. We need to bring yourself back to the parasympathetic. So even I was like, I need to go home and calm down. But most people don't do that.
Yeah.
They just, fuck you in traffic, fuck you
Yeah,
in the car.
yeah.
And then they get home and then take it out on their wife or their kid or anything.
Yeah.
But then for me, I was like, okay, I know where I'm at right now. I know where my system's at. So I go home, either have a shower or go in the spa or just do some breath work. And I just bring myself back and shout out to Dave Wood because he's taught me things like that. So I bring myself down to the parasympathetic nervous system and then I can, think. That's why I even say, one thing I learned from the lady in the movie, Janet, my PM, shout out to Janet as well. She's been awesome.
She was awesome.
The main thing I got from her, a lot of tools I've gotten in life. Like I said, I haven't even seen her through this whole shit I've been through. You know why? Because I've had the tools to deal with it. And that's why I was able to smile through it all. Bro, I lost the belt, right? And that was cool. I was like, whatever. And then people starting to say, oh, he's done. You know that every
Yeah,
time it
of course.
happens, every time, even the Jan fight, they're like, oh, nah, he's done.
Yeah.
After New York competitor, oh, nah, he's done. They always say that and they just discredit whatever I've done. But the thing is, I have the tools now to not give a fuck about what those people say. So I was just chilling, whatever. I was like, all right, cool. But the main tool I've learned from her is don't react, respond. And that has saved me in so many situations in life.
right.
So many. You watch a lot of things I've even done publicly when I go at people, I take my time.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I took 7 years to get back at Paredes Kid. Yeah, fucking hell. I take my time. I don't rush.
I loved it.
So even me right now, I'm just chilling. I let everyone say what they want to say, and I let them have their own opinions. And I just, like, you see me, I don't retaliate. I don't say nothing because I know who I am. And those who are close to me know who I am and they know what's up. So don't get fooled by the headlines, fool. Just listen to me. It'll come from the horse's mouth when it's time.
So a lot of things are your business, right? And that's your business.
Facts.
You know,
Yeah.
like, of course. And we're never going to pry as to
Everyone's
what...
nosy. You guys are respectful.
we're
That's the thing,
we're
but-
not going to pry as to what is your business, right? But like you say you've been through some things in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
My question is, when
Yeah.
you say you respond, not react,
Yeah.
how do you plan to respond?
Stay tuned. Again,
Give me more, man.
No, it's just like, because things are still happening. But I'll put it this way: even when shit happened and things became news, I saw the article change like 5 times, 7 times, and it kept on getting worse and worse. And I was just like, I know what they're doing, and I know there's powers that be who don't like how I am, and how I look at one of my stories recently, and I was just like, you guys are still voting for the same fucking 2 parties when there's other people who might actually be able to help the country, and it's like you're doing the same shit. So those people aren't going to be happy. I don't really give a fuck. I'm just going to say what I think. Like. This is how I feel, but and I know they have pools and they all have their own little buddies in their clubs and whatnot. I'm sure I've been to the same country clubs they all been to. I'm rich enough to be there, but thing is, I don't have the influence like they do yet with that group. I have the influence with the people.
Yeah, you
so
do.
when it's time to say what I want to say, and the people bet you they will listen. I have the biggest platform I can use. Shout out to David, Stylebender. If I want to say something, I'll go in there and I'll say it. You can get it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
Till then. You can ask me directly. I might answer you. I might not. If not, I'll just keep it moving and I didn't, just enjoy my life.
I think that's the most exciting thing is that we know you enough now that like we're waiting for you to respond.
Yeah,
and
it might take time. Don't worry, it'll take
took
time.
7
But
years.
then some people might die. Some people, fall off and they don't even know the truth. That's cool. But I take my time. When I have to say something, I'll say it, and it'll have a bigger impact than anything anyone tried to do against me or weapon that was trying to form against me.
Yeah.
Well, Israel, I think Bryce may have a bigger impact on you than you think. Now, this year, the Casey curse has been a terrible thing. Every
What's this?
team Bryce is
My last name. I'm a
Yeah.
curse.
Why? What happened?
Every team Bryce supports, they lose.
Damn,
the first
how
time
dare he.
saw you live.
Fucking hell!
It
Why would
was
you?
him.
David, it's your fault.
David's
Yeah,
your
but
brother.
he
David hooked him up.
So
Yeah.
your brother, great man, gave Bryce tickets to your fight, Sydney.
I don't. They had that with the Drake curse, but I broke that already. So
You
don't worry.
did.
Hey, we'll break this one too.
You're broken.
And no, like I said, just keep watching. Again, I let people do what they want to do, say what they want to say, get their opinions. But I'm like, I don't make excuses. Me and my brother know what we've been working on in the last few weeks. How many times we've been to certain specialists to work on certain things and what we're doing. But yeah, again, congrats to the other side. They did well, but stay tuned.
Yeah.
It was amazing to be at. What I noticed is how fickle a crowd is.
Oh yeah.
Like how quickly
Yeah,
they can
right.
change,
Especially
their
MMA
tune.
fans.
Like,
This is
and
why-
that's what I found offensive.
Yeah.
Is that like I'm overly loyal?
Yeah,
Is it,
I
well, not
know.
overly. Like
You're
I
my
just
boy.
am
You're
a
my
loyal,
boy. That's
I'm
why
a
you're my
loyal
boy.
fan
Yeah.
to anyone,
Yeah.
But I'm like, fuck, you guys change your tune.
Nah,
quick.
Aussies, I
Like,
think they're still salty from UFC 243 when I beat fucking Robert the first time.
Yeah.
So I know they still are because that's their boy and he's a nice guy. He's
Yeah.
like Captain Australia.
even
so.
Sean
Yeah, he
Strickland
is.
though, like
Yeah.
he was friendly after the
Yeah.
fight, seemingly, and then
Yeah.
even just recently he was talking about like what the exchange you guys had in the ring.
Well,
which
again, that's the thing.
should have been
After the
probably
fight,
between you
no,
two.
it was. Hey, after the fight, he's crying. I'm like, hey, because he's not the emotional type. I was like, hey, you're crying like a bitch. He starts laughing. I'm like, nah, it's all good. And I gave him some props, and I was like, hey, just keep my family's name out your mouth. And he apologized, said sorry, and he was a real genuine guy. But then again, I think it's just politicians change with the cameras on. When the camera's on, you gotta keep the facade, keep the people going. You gotta pander to the people. So it is what it is. I don't pander. I keep it real, and it is what it is. He is who he is. And I'm who I am. But I'll never ever shame anyone for being themselves. I even said pre-fight. I said I respect him for being himself authentically. Again, what I just said. I'm like, I might not agree with what you say. I might not like what you do, but I respect the fact you can be authentic, even if I don't fuck with you. But a lot of people want.
He's an authentic redneck.
Yeah, you said it, not me. But I'm saying, call a spade a spade.
I definitely wouldn't say it to his
Yeah.
face,
No.
but I'll say it when Izzy's
Yeah,
listening.
I got your back. Oh, hey, I got your back. But still, it's you can be authentic however you want to be.
Yeah.
But then a lot of people try and shame me for being my authentic self, and I'm like, that's cool. But that says more about you than it does about me. You casting judgment on me is a reflection of you. And I've realized that about myself years ago, because there's times when people do something, I'm like, oh, yuck, cringe. But I'm like, hang on. After doing the workout, I was like, what does that say about me? Why is that bothering me?
Yeah.
Then I look within and I find out, and I'm like, okay, that's what it is. Oh, that's why I don't like that person, because they remind me of you realize.
They want to express themselves like you're expressing yourself,
But
and
they can't.
and they don't know how to.
Yeah, but just honestly, day one, just look in the mirror and ask, who am I? That's a good exercise. Literally, just stand there in the mirror. And it'll look weird. You might even cringe like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
I'm too vain. Or I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's you. You look in the mirror. It's not, just, who am I? Who am I? And just think about it. Just even good exercise. Gratitude. I used to have a gratitude journal. At the end of the day, I'll write 3 things I'm grateful for. But then, as I kept on doing it, over time, I realized during the day, I'll be looking for things I'm grateful for, so I can write it at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so
right.
that way, it keeps you in that frame of gratitude constantly through the day. Like, what am I going to write at the end of the day? What am I grateful for today? So you start flowing that vibe of gratitude, that vibration of gratitude. And when you vibe with gratitude, trust me, abundance comes. It's magic. I've done this shit before. I've given you the blueprint. Go watch the movie Stylebender, out now. You might gain something from it. I'm telling you. Oh no, it's called the Stylebender, the last Stylebender in movies right now. But still, gratitude. A gratitude journal is a good exercise to have. That, and also just look in the mirror and ask yourself, who am I? And I can't tell you what the answer is. Only you can. So look in the mirror and ask, who are you? Because I know who I am. Wow. Yeah.
Young Mitch, our producer, Israel, has a question for you. He's a big fan of Mark Zuckerberg, actually.
Oh, Zuck, that's my dog.
Yes, so we had been talking about it was around the time that Elon and Mark had announced that they were going to have a fight.
Yeah.
I was looking at the two on the mic. I could smoke Zuckerberg. I could smoke Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah. These guys didn't reckon I could. I felt pretty confident. And they brought Dan Hooker into the studio to teach me a lesson about it.
I saw that clip. Yeah.
Yeah, he smashed me.
Let's roll it again. Let's roll the clip.
There we go.
But, I've been working out since, and he's been pretty quiet. Pretty quiet ever since.
So is Mark.
Well, I suppose that was my question.
Yeah, okay, ask.
Do you think I could...
Nah. I'll tell you that now. We even only put a snippet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. Mark he's a smart man, and he's game. He's always ready to go. And that's why he ended up in the position he is, running a lot of the world's social media companies. But he doesn't let a lot. That's why we only put snippets, because he doesn't want to give too much away. Even me now talking, I don't want to give too much away. And the fight's probably in the waters now. I think Mark wanted to fight, but I think Elon wanted to feel like a fighter. So that at the play, oh, what else? Fuck you, no, let's go one out and all that. Oh, no, hold me back, Chief.
Yeah.
That's match. Yeah, that's match. Exactly. But I'll tell you now, Mark wants to fight, and I think he will. I know he will fight. Probably not Elon, but someone else later on down the line. Yeah. And I'll be there to support him. He's one thing. Before I left, it was just like, man, I just gave him props on how cool he was. I didn't think he'd be that cool. He's such a cool nerd. Wow. And I'm a nerd as well, so I can relate. But he's such a cool motherfucker. I like that dude.
Sucked in, Mitch.
So what I'm hearing is back to the drawing board.
Drawing board. Are we going to get to... we're not going to take all your time, because we appreciate the fact that you've come in.
I got time for you guys.
Some real big news in UFC in the last couple of days in terms of fights. Fights that have been made. We're going to get to that. But first, can we, there's an election on Saturday, right? We're not going to talk election too much, but if you were running for the Prime Minister, right, let's say.
Okay.
And you were Prime Minister, we're going to play a game of, you've just got to answer yes, no. You can say a couple of other things if you want.
Accredited press only.
Here we go.
Running for Prime Minister this weekend.
Yeah.
The last Stylebender, Israel Adesanya.
Are you accredited?
No.
Yes.
Are you accredited press only?
Oh, he is
He is.
actually.
There we go.
I like that. I like that. I see. Good lad. Good lad.
That's my UFC media pass that I've just showed, Izzy.
I like that.
First question.
Yes.
Have you done drugs?
Yes.
Shot, bro.
Honesty. That's the best way to go.
Do you drink too much?
No.
Do you trust vegans and vegetarians?
I don't class people or generalize them as such. I judge them based on their character individually. So I would assume, yes, there's some vegans in my life I do trust, actually. Yeah. Shout out to a guy like Richie Hardcore. I trust him, and there's many more.
Do you believe in God?
Yes, but not in the way you might think.
Should there be a bald subsidy for people like myself that are bald, where we get tax cuts for our crime? People like me and Alex Volkanovski.
I don't believe so. I don't think we have the budget for that at the moment. I don't think it's in the. No, it's not. No, sorry.
Do you mash the spud more than 4 times a week?
What does that mean? Oh, mash the spud. Oh, actually, lately, no. I don't know. I'm doing this.
It has been a tough few weeks.
No. You're right. No. This guy was talking about semen retention, like, I don't know, what, 2 months ago?
You're pointing at your brother.
David Adesanya was talking about semen retention about 2 months ago, so I was like, you know what?
He's poor dude sitting in the corner without a
Let me
mic.
see what the vibes is.
Say something, David.
Yeah. So how do you feel? Are you still blocked up or? Lately, no. I do. I mean, I enjoy myself, and yeah, I have, friends. I'm a friendly guy.
I'm catching what you're throwing.
Yeah, we get it.
I'm catching what you're throwing. You can make sure you vote whoever you vote for.
Vote for
tomorrow.
me. I run this shit. Yeah, vote for me. I feel like the PM sometimes, though. Like every time, like. To be honest, and I feel like I'm blessed in this position because anytime, like I was just on stage with Davido, my fellow countryman, and there was a moment.
I saw that on the weekend concert. It's huge,
Eden
great
Festival,
response.
and that was cool. And I was just like, man, look at where we come from, and then look where he's at, and then he brings me on stage, another fellow Nigerian, and even at one point he's like, hug the person next to you, show some love, and then talks about like we're all one, and I was like, yes, thank you. I need, we need that. Even just for a little bit in the concert, that was cool. But yeah, whenever all these like guys pull
It was
up
like
to the country,
communion.
actual, just a little something, just to show some love. But I like the fact like whenever any of them come through, comedians, actors, musicians, they all want to tap in. They don't want to meet whoever the prime minister is right now.
No, they
wanna
don't.
tap in with me because again, I'm not in that clique. That's different. They tap in with the world leaders and the guys who move and shake the planet however they want to, shake the snow globe, all that shit. So for me, I tap in with the entertainers, people who show love. That's what I'm into. So yeah, I feel like the prime minister because, it is what it is.
Yeah, you're voice of the people.
Yeah, I tried it. Well, some people, not everyone.
Alex Volkanovski, he stepped up to the plate. He took the fight on. News broke yesterday. Makachev is like, he's a weapon, but Volkanovski is like our hero. Like, he is like pound for pound. We're talking about him and Dan. Bryce and I were talking about
They're the BMFs.
Yeah, actual. No, but I'm telling you, Volk is
11 days notice for those who don't know. He's going to have a rematch for
this guy
to try and become a 2 times champion.
Who I felt Volk beat the first time. I knew, I thought so, beat the first time. And as the fight progressed, you can see Volkanovski get more confident and be like, this is where you're supposed to beat me, right? Come on, bah, bah, bah. This time, short notice, Volk has nothing to lose. He's been in the gym.
Yeah.
He's ready, and I feel like he's going to stop him on this one. But again, this is me. I'm biased. But, if I could bet, which I'm not allowed to, if I could, I know who I'm putting my money on.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also, big news in your weight division.
I just heard on the way here, actually, and I'm fucking excited because my brother Kamaru Usman is going up to middleweight to fight Khamzat because, old
Paulo
Costa, my homie.
Your boy.
My boy. my baby. He pulled out because something. I don't know. But,
I
I'm
heard
excited.
that the winner of that fight, I don't know if it's true or not, but they're saying that the winner
Gets
of
a
that
title
fight
shot.
is the person who gets the title shot. Now, I
Probably.
thought you were getting the title shot.
The UFC moves in different ways, but again, if I wanted to, I would have.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm gonna do now, bro, 14 months, 4 fights.
Yeah.
As a champion. Find any other champion apart from me and Volk who is as active like that. But I think even David might have said I'm the
Stats
most
showed you are the most
active champion in
Yeah.
UFC history.
Yeah.
Okay, so before this fight, I was very like, I know I'm on the back end of my career. So I was like, I want to do as many as I can because I know when I'm done with this, I'm going to miss it, man. I'm going to miss this shit. I know when I'm like, you guys' age.
Yeah, bro.
I'll be like, fuck, man.
How old do you reckon we are? That's the question.
Anyway, when I'm you guys' age. So I'm like, fuck, I'm going to miss this shit. I'm going to miss this. So I'm trying to do as much as I can. But then after this fight, again, because 14 months, 4 fights, it's not just the fights, it's the training and everything. I had injuries going into the Pereira fight. You've seen that. And, I don't make any excuses. Strickland got me on the night because he was the better fighter on the night, and he did his work well. He had a good team behind him. I never make excuses. I give him props. But now I'm gonna take time to look after myself. I'm not gonna fight for a long time. I'm definitely not gonna retire because I know me. I'm not leaving after that. I know me. But if I did, I'm fine. But I don't need to prove anything else. But I know what I can do, and I know what I can change in my lifestyle to make my body adapt to where I need to be. So I'm gonna heal myself up. You won't see me fight for a long time. Even with this slow replacement, I'm sure they called my team up, and my team was just like, he's not fighting right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because if I wanted to, come on, man, I could. That would be cool. Imagine that, me and Volk, just badass, boom. But right now, I'm just like, look, 4 fights in the last 14 months. It takes a toll on your body. We've been to the doctors and stuff. We even came back from Hamilton 2 days ago. Go do this fucking test. But not that test. Not an H sound. But
Plenty of tests get done in Hamilton every day.
But we have to go do this specialist test or whatever. So I'm just gonna take my time, heal, and then when I come back, fucking run for the hills.
Respond, not react.
Yeah, exactly. I take my time. So right now, I'm gonna enjoy summer though. I'm gonna enjoy this summer. I'm gonna get on stage with a few more artists.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be probably at the Mount. I don't know.
Yeah, what is New Year's and Christmas and everything?
I have no idea.
Like?
I realized one thing. I got a passport, I got time, and I got money. So I was like, yo, what am I going to... Actually, I told my family, I'm not going to be here this Christmas. I don't know where I'm going to be, but I haven't decided. I'm just going to... Might spin the globe and just be like, let's try that out. I've been there
What a
before.
cool thing to be able to do. Actually spin the globe.
And again, shout out to... I don't have work anymore. I don't have to go to work. Like, I was so grateful. Like, the last few weeks, I was just like, man, it was one thing I actually... Gratitude. I had that in my hand. I'm like, even if I'm just sad on the couch, I was like, fuck, man, at least I ain't got to go to work.
Yeah.
And again, it wasn't just all downs. I have fucking great people around me. And the people who love me and who know really what happened, they're just like, oh, don't worry about it. And I wasn't too worried. But again, I'm human. If you watch my movie, it'll show you that I'm human. I go through shit. So again, I put it in the movie. There's bits where I did those videos, you know, when I was just like, oh, today is another day. When I was like expressing, this was like fucking like 7 years ago that those videos were.
Yeah.
I made a few more. So that's for the next documentary. But I was able to smile through it because again, gratitude. I was grateful to be in the position I'm in, and I can thrive through it. Like my bad days are some people's best days, bro.
Yeah, totally.
And that's where I'm grateful for. I'm like, thank God. So yeah, it's all smiles over here, man.
But how tough? Just before you go, I don't want to pry because I don't want to be a dick, but I'm just super interested in how it all works. You know, like I was watching. Have you seen the David Beckham documentary?
David told me to watch that. I
thought of you when I was watching.
That's why he told me to watch it. I think so.
And
I
David,
think that's why.
You might have the same thoughts, but just that whole.
No spoilers.
Well, no, it's not a spoiler.
Okay.
No.
But it's how he deals with life in the spotlight like that, and only
he came from nothing. He was a working class guy.
Yeah.
and only few people would ever be able to know what it is. So when I watched it, I thought of you. I was like, man, I wonder if Izzy has seen this.
I think he knows the answer to that, so that's why he's like, you should watch that. It's 4 episodes,
Four,
right?
That's really good.
Yeah, so I'll watch it this weekend. I'll binge it. One thing I saw, I was at one point, I was just like, that's right, he was a handsome motherfucker. It was this boy, he had like a fucking shaved head, earrings on, and I was like, he was that dude. You forget because time has passed and stuff, and he's not.
Bro, you got a shaved head and earrings. You're like that, dude.
Why are you making a black man blush? How are you making a black man blush? Right. Hey, you sit there before I bring up your fucking semen retention routine again.
The reason I asked is because when he had tough times, right. He said that he's like, man, it was at this level, like it's so hard to feel alone. And I just wondered, like, you've always responded so well and we've seen it. And you watch, like, you know, like if you lose the bout and then there's stuff with the court case and all of that came out. And I just thought it must be so hard to, in one moment, have everybody going, I love you. And then in the next moment going, here's my thoughts. Yeah. Here's my thoughts. And I was like, geez, that would be a difficult assignment.
But I'll tell you one thing. It's learning how to deal with it. There's no book on this shit.
Yeah.
So, and I've never had that before. Even when I arrived in court, I dressed nice, bro. I was like, I know there's going to be cameras there. So I made sure I looked nice. I put my nice jacket on and I pulled up. There was no one there. Okay, cool. And then on the way out, on the way back in again, I was like, oh, there they are. And I was just like, cool. And I've seen this before. It's my first rodeo for once. It's my first rodeo.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me see how this goes. And then on the way out, the guy was just trying to like pops.
Yeah.
And he's like, just doing my job, mate. Just doing my job, mate. And I just gotta laugh. Like, this is funny. This guy's about to get run over walking backwards. But I deal with it just through the people I have around me, what I've done to fortify my mind over the years and my spirit. And again, just love. Shout out to my parents as well.
Yeah.
Just fucking, I'll tell you guys after this what it was, but it was just so, like, they knew straight away, like, oh, it's like another witch hunt. Like, it's nothing really crazy. So, yeah, I just had to surround myself with love and just, I know who I am. If you know who you are, and you can't let anyone tell you who you are. So that's why if people start to, like, again, I'm human. If I know there's this article or something written about me and it's mainly negative, and I know in the comments there's going to be negative shit, why go? Why go there? It's your own choice.
Yeah.
If I don't click on that, it's not in my existence.
Exactly.
During fight week, I like to go have a little look-see. I like a little venom because it's fuel during fight week.
Yeah.
Makes
So
you
I tap
thrive.
in. Yeah. I just tap in a little bit. Just a little bit of venom. Not too much because in the movie when Eugene said, because that was old Israel. He's like, it sits there. And I'm like, yeah, I learned that. But people don't understand. I've grown from that. So now I'm like, why would I go to a street that don't want me there?
Yeah. You're in the comment and like
the movie,
Eugene said
Strong.
he's in the comments too much.
Yeah.
He reads his own stuff.
Yeah.
But that's just like it's the same Jordan mentality. He just manufactured this shit that never happened.
When I need to.
drive him.
When I need to. So if I would tap into the comments or into like the negativity when I need to. But most times I'm just like, more people love me than hate me. Millions of people hate me.
Yeah.
But millions and millions and millions and millions of people love me. And that's why I choose to focus on when I need to. But sometimes, the haters are there for a reason. Like if I'm not who I am, I'm not going to have people saying anything about me because I'm not challenging them and who they are and how they're living their life or whatever. So, yeah, I tap in. But lately, just love. I've been tapping into love, and I'm surrounded by love. Like, look, right now, I'm surrounded by love. That's why I'm here.
Thanks, bro.
If not, I wouldn't be. I'd get the fuck out.
We know that.
I wouldn't even
We
show
love
up.
you.
I'd be like, these guys are getting a rock.
Your doco gave us appreciation that how much time you've given us over the years, to be
That's
honest.
why it's
You
so.
guys
It's
show
so
love. So, again, thank you. And again, if anything happens, like, because I'm human, I might fuck up real crazy. Feel free to talk about it. I'll come back on here and just, oh, my bad. I'll explain myself and da-da-da-da-da. But no, I'm human.
People make mistakes.
Bro, I'm
But then
making
also you've
some,
done
like,
so many great things for so many
many-
people and
what do I
given
do?
joy and all of that, which other people don't
brag. I
have.
don't even brag about that. Let's not brag about that.
Yeah, but you're not saying it, I am.
Okay, babe. Okay, easy ass.
You know?
But thank you. But still, I just enjoy where I'm at. I enjoy the life I live. I'm privileged and blessed to be in this position. I just went back to the gym for the first time today. And again, love. Just love. And seeing everyone working. And we're moving gyms now. 1 Gordon Road. Not far from, I think it's behind the Rebel Sports in Dominion Road or something. But again, I got there today and just love.
Cool.
And respect, back and forth. And yeah, it just felt like I never left,
That's
my
your family,
people.
that's your family,
That's
that's your
my
anger.
family. But okay, I'll stop now. I'm gonna get emotional.
Israel,
Thank you so
thank you
much.
so much for coming in.
Thank you,
You know, Izzy,
appreciate it.
Can I just ask you as well? I had
Of
this
course.
weird dream that that
tell
you
me.
kicked a bottle off my head, and I wondered like how accurate you are at being able to.
Oh, God.
Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Are we
It's-
actually
it's
doing
gonna
this?
happen,
This is
amazing.
happening.
don't know if it's a good idea or not.
Oh, no.
Get the lawyers out. Get the.
Oh.
Don't worry.
I gave permission.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I got lawyer money. It's okay. Don't worry.
That's going to happen.
Where is this going to...
Warm up.
Stand up.
So Bryce
Wait,
is standing
which-
up with a bottle on his head, a plastic bottle.
We need a duck cover.
Should I block this side of my head?
No, you'll be right.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh, my God.
He got his...
I went too high.
It's so high.
Oh, so good.
Now you got him. Can I have a turn back?
Out of here.
Not his hamstring, Izzy.
You might be able to get this high.
Oh,
Thank
Israel
you.
Adesanya,
Thank you so
thank you so
much.
much, mate.
Always
Thank
love.
you, Israel.
Go watch it in cinemas.
Yes.
Stylebender, probably out for another week or so. So enjoy. If you love me, you'll love this movie. If you hate it, you'll love me. You'll love this movie. So
Yeah,
sir.
we
Thanks
love
so
it.
much.
always love.
Thank you, bye.
Easy.